Welcome to Vee Talks. Like you guys know, my name is Vee. I'm here with Eileen. We're here tonight on the first episode ever. Well, besides the introduction video, but you know. So she's going to share a little bit about her and her story and exactly what it is that helped her get through tough situations that, sometimes we all feel like we will never be able to get out of these situations, and it's really easy to get emotional and build some anxiety. So she's just gonna share her story and whatever she went through and whatever got her
so
through it. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, how was it for you growing up?
Growing up, I grew up with both of my parents. I have one sister. I'm an older sibling.
Stressful?
It is very stressful. It's a lot of responsibility. Well, it was at first, but like now, obviously, I'm used to it. But it was kind of weird. We're 4 years apart, so that was kind of like difficult. But it's like now you can't even tell. We're like best friends. So yeah, I have a small family. I went to private school and elementary school, and then in middle school and high school, I went to public schools. So that was a different experience, going from like a smaller private setting where everyone knows everybody and everyone's family into a public school was a lot, especially for like my personality type. Like I would prefer in like an intimate setting as opposed to, so yeah, that was a lot for me.
Would you say you started developing anxiety then?
I would say I feel like I had anxiety like ever since I could remember. So I don't think it was something that I developed. It was just something that was, I hate to say it, was like kind of like a part of me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. And so, did you adapt fast? Did it take long?
Adapt to having anxiety and like those
no,
feelings?
Adapting to
the change of school.
The change of school. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it took a while. It literally took like my entire time in middle school to
Really?
adapt to like
change.
Yeah, I don't know why it took me so long. I was going through it back then. But yeah, and then I would say once high school came, like it was just regular, I guess, to have to deal with things that would bring me anxiety. What overwhelming emotions and thoughts.
So what did you do in high school? Like, what clubs were you part of? What did you?
I did a lot, but I mainly did ASB, and then
I
was just a regular person outside of that, just doing like random stuff.
No, but you enjoyed doing things like that. I don't think.
Oh yeah, of course. I loved ASB. I'm a very like creative person. I had a lot of school spirit back then. I liked going to events.
Like being part of something.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's something that like we all struggle with. I feel like being part of something is always important because it's so easy to feel alone, and it's so easy to think you're alone and you're the only person that goes through this. Like, what would you suggest to people to do, like to maybe cope with anxiety feelings? Like, how do you feel when you start feeling anxiety?
The main thing, it always starts in my mind. Just having a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of thoughts about what could possibly go wrong, or just anything negative about how I'm feeling in the moment, whatever the situation is. And so I like start to feel like overwhelmed and just like, okay, like I'm going crazy right now. So whenever I have those moments, I try to like take a step back, like just take a moment, pause my thoughts, breathe a little bit, like, okay, relax, like, be fine, and just kind of take things for what they are, not all of the possibilities of what they could be. That's something that I'm still working on. It's like, I'm telling you this, but it's something that I have to still work on, like, daily. It's a daily thing that I have to do.
Yeah, and do you write? Well, like, what do you do to, like, relieve that energy? Because it's not good to keep all that bottled up. So what do you do to, like, let those feelings out?
So, I do write. I like journal. I blog. I like to go on walks. And I like to go on drives by myself. I like listening to music. Um, or, yeah, those are just a few things I like to do, yeah.
So with your blog,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of blog did you recently start it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually something that I just started up like about a month ago, so it's fairly new. My main focus is just sharing my experience, but I want to mainly focus on self-care and mental health.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's important because it's, everyone talks about physical therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and they talk about, therapy, but therapy, I don't feel like goes all the way into it, and so it really takes you as a person to really want to be like different and want to change bad habits, and I feel like it takes a lot for people to do that, but you have to genuinely want to do it, because if not, it's not going to work.
Right.
And you have to be real with yourself, and sometimes you have to hurt your own feelings.
That's true. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when you get real with yourself, you're like, okay, I'm feeling a little attacked right now, but that's how you're supposed to grow. Like, how else are you going to grow if you're not going to be real with yourself?
Right.
How are you going to expect people to be real with you if you can't be real with
so
yourself?
that is it
for our first video. I would like to honestly really thank Eileen, because she started her blog a couple days before we met up at this event. The event was called She Is. My friend Media, she referred me to that event, and it was very life-changing. I feel like it ignited this fire in myself, and just the fact that she had just like a couple days before that launched her blog. And things don't happen by accident, and I really feel and believe that. And so when we came to this event, she just told me, you have to do it, because I asked her what she did, like how did you have the courage to do that? And she said,
I just did it.
That's it. And it sounds so ridiculous, but it really stuck with me and it resonated with me. So I decided to start making this backdrop, because if I invest time and if I invest money into it, then that means I actually have to go through with it, because the struggles are real.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what really caused me to start doing this. And what I want to do is build a community of people that just know that it's okay to be you, and know it's okay to express yourself and ask people for help. Because I asked her for help. I asked her if she could be the first person that I interviewed, and she said yeah, and she was so cool about it. And she came all the way to me, and I'm very thankful that I was able to reconnect with someone so amazing and so powerful. And she doesn't even know it yet, but she's going to do great things, and I just feel really grateful for having this opportunity. So thank you.
Of course.
So if you want to tell a little bit about your blog and where they can find your blog.
Yeah, so my blog is called Life by Lean, and if you just go to lifebylean.com, you can review my blogs and everything that I've been talking about. My main focus is mental health and self-care. So yeah, it's just something that I'm just starting up, so feel free to check it out if you're interested.
All right, thanks guys. Have a great night. If you're driving, don't do this and drive. But have a good night, guys.